Lord Shiva is considered to be the most powerful, as well as the most destructive god or deity, in Hinduism. He is often depicted as performing a special form of dance called the Tandavanartha, or cosmic dance. Shiva is called Bholanath, that grants all the wishes of his disciples. He is representing by Shivling. Now let us compare this to nuclear or atomic energy. This form of energy is one of the most efficient forms of energy which will, just like Bholanath, help resolve all the energy problems in the world, whether it is used to light up cities, power cars, and automobiles, or launch spaceships. This energy is always there, at our disposal, and could literally grant all our wishes. Scientific research by the Danish scientist, Niels Bohr, demonstrates that molecules are made up of atoms which consist of proton, neutron, and electron. Electron, molecules, and energy. The ancient sages employed the usage of the words like lingam, Vishnu, Brahma, Shakti, Shiva, as Sanskrit was the dominant language in those eras. According to Hinduism, the pillar of Shivling is describing as the column of fire that represents the three gods called Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, while the disc represents Shakti. The disc is showing with three ridges, carved at its periphery. The outcome of the scientific research is that the world came into existence with the formation of molecules. According to science, two atoms make one molecule. The valency of molecules indicates the combination of atoms. According to the findings of the Danish scientist Niels Bohr, it is essential to have a clear idea of the structure of an atom. And its nature goes like this: an atom is made up of proton, neutron, and electron. Neutrons do not have a charge, and so would continue in a straight line. The nucleus of an atom is composed of positively charged protons and neutrally charged neutrons. Almost all the mass of an atom is in its nucleus. The nucleus is a very dense region, consisting of protons and neutrons at the center of an atom. Electrons are negatively charged, and so would be deflecting on a curving path towards the positive plate. But the whole atom is electrically neutral on account of the presence of an equal number of negative electrons and positive protons. The electrons revolve rapidly around the nucleus in a circular track called energy levels. The energy levels are counted from the center outwards. Each energy level is related to a fixed amount of energy. There is no replacement in the energy for electrons, as long as they help to revolve in the same energy level, and the atoms remain stable. The Bohr model shows that the electrons in atoms are in orbits of differing energy around the nucleus. It is like planets orbiting the Sun. Vishnu signifies proton with a positive electrical charge. Shiva signifies neutron with no electrical charge. Brahma signifies electron with the negative electrical charge. Shakti is energy. Shakti is a type of energy field represented by a disk. If one looks at the appearance of Vishnu, a lotus is depicting as arising from the navel of Vishnu, and Brahma is showing as seating on the lotus. Lotus be a sign of energy that has the force of attraction. The trunk of the lotus can round. Because of the pliability demonstrates that Brahma moves around Vishnu. It is a message that the electron is attracted to proton because of the opposite electric charge. Moreover, neutron is portrayed as Shiva, which has no charge at all. The nucleus of the atom also contains neutrons. Neutrons are about the same size as protons, but have no electric charge. Neutrons are bound very tightly in the atom's nucleus with the protons. When the atom's nucleus contains as many neutrons as protons, the atom is stable. Similarly, the ancient sages said that Shiva was calm when he was not disrupted and separated. He is neutral and remains in the nucleus with all his might. Energy is released by breaking the nucleus, which our modern science calls atomic fission. According to the rishis, Shiva has energy as long as he is in meditation. Two or more atoms make one molecule. So, the ancient Hindu sages took Shakti's idea as Shiva's wife and a part of Shiva and danced around Shiva. However, when the neutrons become agitated and natural disasters occur, it suggests that Shakti becomes a terrorist named Rudrani, who performs devastating dances that show natural disasters. The actual producer of molecules is electron, which signifies Brahma. Modern physics shows that electrons are shared between the atoms to form a molecule. Therefore the Hindu concept that Brahma created the earth conforms with science. Now, let us review the characteristics of Shivaling, which is the symbol of Shiva. No other symbol could come closer to the construction of a nuclear reactor. The Shivaling is made up of two parts. A cylindrical structure made of smooth black stone and the grooves around the cylinder with a characteristic spout. A pot of water hangs over the cylinder, which drips water on the cylinder, at a continuous pace. This water flows out through the spout of the grooves circling the cylinder. Only in Shiva's temple, this water is not consumed as tirtha. The holy water is also no one is allowed to cross the spout during the pradakshina. Now let us examine how this structure to that of a nuclear reactor. The cylindrical structure exactly resembles the cylinder of a modern-day nuclear reactor. The pot of water hanging above resembles the water needed to cool down the reactor as it heats up during the energy generation process. The grooves around the cylinder represent the structures built to dispose of the polluted water from the reactor. Apart from nuclear reactors, take a look at the atom bombs, energy, or electricity-saving cells. Isn't it a close match with Shiva linga? The base or platform of such nuclear reactors acts as a stabilizer controlling the chain reaction to prevent massive explosions. So the idea behind Shiva linga and the significance of its base is such. Shiva linga symbolizes and also holds massive energy. Nuclear energy can create the whole universe like in the Big Bang Theory and destroy it as well. And also, Shiva temples are always built near water bodies. Same conditions apply to a nuclear plant. If we see the radioactive map of India, radiations are found at all the 12 Jyotirlingas. On a closer analysis of the term Jyotirlingas, we find that the Sanskrit term Jyoti means light, and ling means symbol. Therefore the term Jyotirlingas can also be translated as symbol of light. In a study carried out, groundwater in Varanasi was found to have a much higher radioactive uranium content than the permissible limit. What is the reason for such a high uranium content in Varanasi? We know that the Kashi Vishwanath Jyotirlingas is situated in Varanasi. Therefore, where there are Jyotirlingas, definitely nuclear power the center was available at those places. Due to this, radiation and quantity of uranium are higher in these as well as nearby places. Then are we worshipping this source of nuclear power in the form of Shiv lings? It's up to you to decide.